Courtney with CCOnly, and as you can see, it's still February, so still snow on the ground, snowing a little bit this morning. So we've only been able to work inside, but we're working full force in order to get everything done for spring season. As you can see, here are all the materials for the custom coops, and they're basically being built now. The Amish are working really hard on getting everything done for the spring season. And then here are some examples. Here's a bigger coop, a medium-sized coop, and then there's... So as you can tell, it was about 30 degrees outside, so they're working really hard indoors, and as soon as it gets nice out, I will show you how to put them together. Alright, so once you open your box, these are the things that you will find inside. All of these. You'll find trim, you'll find some foam sealant, some caulk, and then you'll also find a box of hardware inside, which you'll have, these are the screws for the structure, these are the screws for the trim, and then these are two special ones, two special bits called a T25 and a T30. Those are very important, don't lose them. And then these are for the roofing, and these are for the base. And then, that doesn't come with it, you'll need a power screwdriver, and then a caulk gun, a Sharpie, a box cutter, a hammer, and we will probably use a nail gun, but if you don't have a nail gun, you can also use like an air-powered one, or you can use the screwdriver. Also tape measure and safety glasses.
As you can see, Sam had to put the screw in angle of the screw before you put it in. Also, after you put the screws in, come on the other side to check and make sure the screws did not come through the wall.
Then we add one from the bottom. I'm going to show you from the bottom.
our two nesting boxes. As you can see, we have fitted them inside, and now if you don't have air tools, you would want to use a regular power screwdriver. But one thing I want to mention is you want to make sure that nothing goes beyond this 2x4, and same thing with the top, everything is flush. And then also, when you do the screws, you want to put them on into this board, not the outside one, on both sides. You can see here also. So we're just going to do Alright, so for this part I'm actually going to have a helper to install the door. So what we're going to do is we're going to place 2 spacers on the bottom, 2 down here on the bottom, and then we're actually going to place the door right on top. Sam is going to help me out with this so that I can install the trim, and then he's going to make sure that it's free falling without actually knocking it over. And then we're going to place our trim. The outer edge should not have a gap, but as you can see, the inner edge should have a gap. So, then we're going to do the same with the other side. Is you can see here we've filled the gap with a spacer, and then we've leaned up one of the trim against the door so that it doesn't fall and hurt one of us. And then Sam is going to hold up the piece of trim for me and line it up. And then we're only going to put 1 screw in the top first, and then we will put the bottom one on. Line up perfectly. And then after you've done that, you can go all the way up with your nail. And then we're going to repeat with the other side. Alright, so now that we're finished with the trim, you still want to open it up and make sure that it's free falling and everything lines up perfectly. So we're going to stick a spacer right here, and I've decided that I want my handle to go on this side, so we're going to make it tight here, and we're going to put a bigger gap on this side so we can install the hinges. And then you want to make sure the hinges line up with the door. Then we can remove this, we can test the door, and then we're also going to remove these. And as you can see, it works great. Now we can put the rest of our screws in. Okay, so after we've made sure that the latch and the handle are installed and work properly, we're ready to put on the trim for the roof. And what I've done is I've lined them up, and you can have some help if you need, if you're not tall enough. As you can see, I'm short. I've actually just put 1 nail on each corner at the top. You line them up at the top, and then you want to make sure you have even spacing on both ends, and then you're just ready to nail. So this is what your waterproofing material will look like. And so this is basically the waterproofing sheet that will go underneath the shingles. Basically, you're going to lay them and you're going to overlap them about 2 to 3 inches. So you'll go across on the bottom first, then the next level, and then the next level. And then on the end here, you can see that this is the mark of 94 inches. This is a little bit too long. So if you have scissors, you can cut it. If not, you can just break it right off. And since this is not an even edge, you're actually going to start with this first. So you'll start here, and then your next one will go here, and then so on. And demonstrate how to install the shingles. Here he is starting with the end that we broke off, and he's using a roofing gun, not a nail gun. There's a difference. And notice how under here you're going to leave a little bit of an overhang, and then 2 to 3 inches. Ready for the next one. Notice this is not a nail gun. This is a roofing gun. He's leaving his overhang, making sure everything is even. So we had to pause to recharge the air gun, and you can see we have cut smaller pieces, and those are going to go up to the very top. But one thing I do want to point out is every time you start a row, you want to start on different ends so that they don't all bunch up and everything is kind of zigzagged. So he's going to finish this up. When you're doing your shingles and your roofing, you're going to have two different kinds. This is your shingle roofing, like this right here. And this right here is actually the cap. So you'll have a piece like this, and it will actually go like this, over and fold over. And it will basically cover those nails. And then I'll show you what it looks like.